We've already seen some outcomes of this new strengthened relationship back in October when the Taiwanese delegation was in Slovakia, when several MOUs in the spheres of technologies, smart cities, and so forth were signed. And we hope certainly that this will move the cooperation forward a little bit.
And the highest member of the Slovakian delegation is the Deputy Economic Minister. I wonder if you could speak a little bit about how this delegation to Taiwan has been received by higher officials in the Slovakian government.
Over the last year and a half, we have actually seen quite a big change in Slovak policy towards both Taiwan and China. Last year in February, we had a general election, and since March, a new government came to power. So obviously, we see that the government as such has quite a positive outlook on developing relations with Taiwan. However, it must be said also that at the same time, the government does not wish to damage the relations with China significantly. So what we see is a sort of unique approach of the government towards both countries compared to, for example, the Czech or Lithuanian approach, which is a little bit more wary of making big, grandiose statements and is focusing rather on pragmatic cooperation on the ground.
And this week, we've seen Chinese retaliation against Lithuania for developing closer ties with Taiwan, which has included stemming some Lithuanian exports into the Chinese market. Do you think Slovakian officials will be particularly concerned by these developments, given that this delegation is one that is focused on trade?
We have already seen some sort of pushback from China on the interaction with Taiwan and on the delegations that were happening back and forth. However, the reaction of China is less stronger compared to the one that Lithuania is facing, for example. I believe that this is due to the different approach that the Slovak government has been taking towards Taiwan compared to the Lithuanians that I've mentioned. Interestingly, the statement of the Chinese embassy that was published a few days ago was actually published only in the Chinese language and not in Slovak or in English even, which leads me to believe that the embassy was not even targeting the local public or local politicians with this kind of public outrage,